Yeah, good morning, my free thinkers. We're gonna get right into it. Y'all already see the title. We're not even gonna play with it. I'm gonna just paint a picture real quick. No, but before I do that, I like everybody, if you like the channel, if you like the content, and you like my commentary, I appreciate it if you like, share, or subscribe, or just leave a comment because it helps the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? It's the think tank, you know what I mean? We think over here, and we also thank those that take time out of their busy schedules to fuck with your boy. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's more garden. But I'm gonna paint a picture real quick. You already see the title, but I'm gonna paint this picture. Brenda. Brenda had 4 kids. She lived in Soundview Projects. She had 2 boys and 2 girls. And her baby daddy left her. So now she's in Soundview Projects in the 70s, having to do what she got to do to take care of her family. Alright, so those that know Soundview Projects already know what I'm talking about, and those that know the story know the story. Alright, so now Brenda gotta go up the street and hustle, do what she do. Alright, so on the weekends, she would send her kids over to the other side of the Bronx, and that's 1130 Kelly Street. Excuse me. So she would send the kids over there to the Bronx, South Bronx, over there by Isabel Avenue, Boston Road, Prospect, Kelly Street, Banana Kelly. Shout out to Banana Kelly. That side of town, okay? And so now you got these kids that were living in Soundview when they were 7 years of age, and they had the best of both worlds, basically. I'm gonna put it to you like that. They had the best of both worlds because I had 2 places to really grow up at, you know what I'm saying? The South Bronx and the South Bronx, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, make a long story long, I got a chance to experience 2 environments, and also I got a chance to experience the culture in its conception. All right? Okay, because I'm born 1968. My youngest sister is born 1970, which is the same year as Fat Joe. All right, Fat Joe is born 1970, sometime in August, and I think he's a Leo. Lord Jamar, shout out to the God. And my brand Nubian guys, they already know it. Ali Mo, Derek X, and my top 5, Grand Poobah. He in my top 5. I don't know what y'all talk about, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be understanding about the age, because the conception of hip hop plays a major part in this argument. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really not an argument, and it's really like no debate. Because me personally, you know what I'm saying, and I have an opinion, and everybody has an opinion, but I was there from its conception. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those little kids that was basically, when they said, "Shorty, get behind the ropes," that was me. You feel me? That was me. Wherever it was at, if it was in Bronx River, if they had an outside jam, you know what I'm saying, I had to be in the front to see what was going on. And at that particular time, okay, let me get to my notes, because I ain't even playing with this. I ain't playing with this This is something that got to be talked about. Okay, Bronx River Projects, right, was built in 1951. Okay, in 1951. And also in 1951, the Bronxdale houses were built in 1951. Also in that same year, in 1951, Soundview houses was built. Okay, and they had 6 buildings at this particular time in 1951. So eventually, it grew to more buildings over the time. Okay, and these are the things that's gonna help us break this shit down to have your man stop trying to come out his mouth and disrespecting black people. Yo, stop it. Okay, but before we get to all of that right there, we're gonna break it down to the very last compound, KRS-One. All right, so here we go. Shout out to my guy. But now, yes, and forest houses in the Bronx was developed in 1956. Okay, 1956. Remember them dates. Bronx River. Okay, 1951, 1952, around that time. Okay, then later on, the other projects or housing developments or whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? They started to develop over time. Now, let's clear this in the air. Like, yo, we're gonna get right to it. Yo, we ain't gonna play with it. All right, the birth of hip hop. We cannot say that the birth of hip hop started in the Bronx. And I'm from the Bronx, okay? I'm gonna say that again. We cannot say that hip hop started in the Bronx because if you understand the Big Bang Theory, and I'm just using the Big Bang Theory as an example, if you understand the Big Bang Theory, that's what happened when it came to hip hop. Because we ain't had a goddamn internet, we didn't have Facebook, we ain't had no goddamn Instagram, TikTok, all of that shit. You know what we had? We had the word of mouth. We had the word of mouth. So the word of mouth had to travel. Okay? So now you have people moving like the internet. Okay? So the Big Bang Theory, so boom, bang. So it hits bang. It's like the theory and shit. So now there's a motherfucking explosion that happened in Brooklyn. There's an explosion that happened in Queens. There's an explosion that happened in the Bronx. Boom, there's an explosion that happened in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? So while these explosions is happening, you know what I'm saying? We don't have, people are not thinking about to to video record or have something tangible or some evidence that can determine if they started or not, but the Bronx did. You know what I'm saying? So they had all of these flyers that they were making, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, to captivate the moments that they were occurring. And so now history is traveling on and time is going on. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they consider the Bronx being the originators of hip hop because they had tangible evidence of it. You know what I'm saying? DJ Flowers and all of them had tangible evidence of it, but all of that shit was late. And then they had videos of his occurrences, you know what I'm saying, at this particular time. You know what I'm saying? But there wasn't enough evidence for us to determine the if Brooklyn was the home of hip hop because they got video, you know what I'm saying, and evidence of, just like I said, word of mouth. You know what I mean? So we had to clear that in the air. You know what I mean? Because we can't say, you know what I mean, that you got to include Disco King Mario. B. I got to get this out there too. And I'm from Soundville. You have to include him as being one of, you know what I'm saying, the creators of hip hop because even though his name says disco, what he was doing was setting the stage or basically, you know what I'm saying, setting the foundation because Nobody was doing it like before him. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And people that know in Soundview know because 72 Mario was doing shit, and now they saying that 1973 over there in Cedric Avenue in the Bronx, where Herc um had that party at over in that building, you know what I'm saying? And they just had evidence of it for that to be the birth of it, you know what I mean? But technically that's not true. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to call my cousin, you know what I mean, and really get some details. But I'ma sit down with Coke Rock. Shout out to my man Coke Rock in St. James Park, and you know what I mean, and we could really get down to it. But he in the movie, man. So y'all gotta fuck with Tyreek. Nasheed movie mic check. And this ain't no publicity stunt or trying to shout them out and trying to do something for the movie, you know what I'm saying? This is just for um to get it really to get this information out there and also to get it correct. Cause Fat Joe is being very disrespectful. He being disrespectful to the whole culture as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, black or white or no other bullshit. And no disrespect to my Puerto Rican brothers. No disrespect to my Caribbean brothers, my West Indian brothers, definitely my Jamaican brothers. No disrespect to nobody. You know what I mean? But we gotta get this shit right. And it's time for us to control our music. We gave white folks, the powers that be, control over our music, and this is why this shit is happening right now. This is why we having this fucking conversation. Excuse my French and walk. This is why. This is why it's such a debate, and this is why Fat Joe, his comments are very disrespectful because off the backs of black people, we buy your material, and then you tell us, you know what I'm saying, foundational black Americans, you gonna tell them that they broke after what has happened to us in this country and what has been done to us in this country for us to even create hip hop and allow people to be billionaires, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, Dre, music like this. You want to say something like that to black people? You want to say that to us? We everybody heard what you said. Math Hoffa, that was very inappropriate for you to allow him to come on that platform and say what he said, and y'all ain't nobody correct him. Now we got white folks using the N word like it's, you know what I'm saying, it's good. It's all good. The term of endearment. We just turned it all the way into a term of endearment, and we just don't care about it. And you know what I'm saying? And it's disgusting. Everybody is building a goddamn YouTube channel off this bullshit right here because we don't want to take accountability of what we have done. Everybody needs to take accountability for this, yo. Because that man should not be able to say what he said on that platform if we was taking a stand. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. We allowed that man to coach basketball teams and shit at the Rucker too, yo. Huh? And he could say shit like that? Nah. That shit is not flying well, yo. That shit is not flying well at all. We are trying so hard to just be a race of people financially to get it right up here, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, where we could buy us a politician and shit and get shit right. And here this dude go and say some stupid crap out his mouth. Because he trying to gatekeep and don't want that information to get out because they gave him the bag, B. Come on, man. They gave that dude the bag, so now he got to be some kind of resistance, yo. That's easy to determine. But getting back to my notes, man. Hope he ain't have nothing to do with Pun, neither, man. For real. Hope he ain't had nothing to do with Pun. Because Pun from Soundview, yo. And the disrespect that this man has shown his family, Big Pun's family, man, is very disgusting, man. That's very disgusting. And we just allow this dude just run his mouth. But it's all good. But yo, when I used to be a little kid and shit, and I used to, excuse my French, when I used to be a little kid and my mom used to send me over to that side of town, yo, we used to go to 63, all right? Boston Road. Who know about that? Where they had the Grand Wizard L Brothers, the Grand Wizard Theater on the L Brothers, all right? I remember when Busy B Starsky joined the L Brothers. Ruby D and all of that, that came later, B. Ruby D and all of that, that came later, man. Yo, I remember when Crazy Legs, right? I remember when Crazy Legs was a Zulu before. I remember when Crazy Legs was a Zulu before he was a breakdancer. Say I'm lying. I remember when Crazy Legs was a Zulu before he was a breakdancer. All right? Stop it, man. I'm from the concession of when hip hop has started, yo. I'm the evidence and the proof of it. You know what I mean? Black Spades in Bronxdale. Stop playing with me, yo. And if it wasn't for James Brown, nobody would be breakdancing. If it wasn't for James Brown, nobody would be breakdancing. Okay? So stop playing with me. Fat Joe, you very disrespectful, son. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick your head up off the floor, son. For real. And I don't play them fucking pause games, nigga. I'm very comfortable in my skin and being a straight man. You heard? Bong.